So if you look at my transcript for that semester, F, 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 and I had like professors messaging me around that time and they were like, Paige, it's not too late. You can still get your grade up. And I just didn't care. Like, I was like, okay, bye. Like, I'm not coming back here. Why would I care? But no, it didn't happen like that. So, yeah.
So how did you, well, first.
Okay, so COVID. So 2019 was the year that I got to college, the fall of 2019, and then the spring of 2020. But I think that semester I went back to college because like I spoke to my dad and everything. And when I tell you my dad, like he cussed me out, you should like go back and try to see it through. And so I did come back the second semester. And that's when I took like a CIS class. And I really liked that class. Like I actually got a very high grade in that class. And I just felt really like good about myself after that. And so after that semester, I think I dropped school again because of COVID. Having to switch, and I had never done online school before, so it was really hard for me. Brain doesn't work that way. So having to sit in front of a computer and do work, like I can be doing anything else right now. I cannot focus on the schoolwork. And then I started looking more into programs through my university, and I found out that they have different like accelerator programs for people who want to start businesses. And around that time, like I've always been someone who wanted to start their own like tech company or like startup. So it wasn't tech at first, but like after a while I was like, oh, I can really do this. And so like I was looking into apps around that time and like app development. So I went on Fiverr. I tried to find app developers and the numbers that they were quoting me were insane. So I thought to myself, I can do this by myself. And so I started taking a certification course. It was the Harvard CS50. It covers the first 2 coding classes that you would ever take. Like I could see myself doing this. And so then I just made the decision to go back to school because I did see that Georgia State had a lot of programs. And now looking back, I didn't have to go back to school to take advantage of those programs. And I just remember being on the phone with my with the admissions advisor. They were like, well, you flunked out of the business school, so you can't go back to the business program. So I asked, I'm like, okay, what are my options? He said, no, that's also in the business school. And so I just remember asking, okay, so what are my options? Because I couldn't think of anything that interests me. And so I knew I was taking the coding course in the back of my mind. And so I asked them, like, what about computer science? They were like, yeah, you can do that. So I was living on campus and I moved back to my mom's house. And I did have like a rental property. So when I turned 18 and I was graduating high school, my mom helped me get a rental property. I was making Airbnb income. So like, imagine me, like I have a hair business where I'm making like all this money. Like you have to manage everything else. So I just wasn't as focused. I'm sure if I had like less things on my plate at that time, then I would
get that. But I think, if you had started coding and let's say you built something and that thing could be scalable, but I am saying that if you have something that's worthwhile and you believe in it,
and just build a network of like resources around myself for the things that I want to do in life. And I will say a lot of opportunities that I've gotten in the past like 2 or 3 years were, and so believe it or not, one of the reasons why I did like stop doing hair is because I was getting exposed to like a lot of people on like a daily basis. The hardest class I took at the 2-year campus was Calculus 1. Like I had to be in the classroom. So that was pretty difficult. But I think, like I said, just like having other students around you to kind of help you and to study with. When I got to, so I took Python at the 2-year university, and then the main campus, they had a switch. When I took that Java class, that was the first time I like considered actually dropping out of the computer science program. And I got comfortable to the point where I actually like Java now. In my software development, it's called software development course, nothing but Java. And then I had another course where we were only learning C++, which is like machine language. After seeing that, now when I look at Python, I'm like, what is this? Well, I mean, luckily, we have built our own app. It's called Skin Centric. And so it's a platform where people can go and get like all of their skincare advice. And we help people from skin typing all the way down to actually hand selecting products that, they should like use. So you can actually find it on the App Store.
Google Play Store.
So with that, I will say that there's a lot of like functionality that we want to put in the app. Like right now, it's a routine tracker. So we have like a skin plan that like helps you like with your sunburn. On the back end is to set that up, and then also to have like a very in-depth skin typing system. I will say it is hard like finding work-life balance, you know, because I go to work every day, of course, 9 to 5. So my partner, like my business partner, he did like handle more of like the technical stuff. When I say I was up last night, I was literally like working on our website. So, yeah, I use Squarespace. There's this black guy on TikTok, and he's like going absolutely viral.
So the concept of the app is basically it would allow you to basically construct sort of like a customer trend
to train it on, but literally for right now we're doing like a very in-depth skin quiz, and that will be proprietary as well, because it's from that, you know, then we'll work on suggesting things to them to help their specific issue. Because imagine us putting like feeding our model a photo of somebody with skin cancer, meet people and things to just get closer and closer to certain like goals that we have for our business. So right now, honestly, my approach is in making our business model like stronger. So just like positioning ourselves to where like our offerings are relevant to the people that we're marketing to, and making sure that our business model is like iron tight and that it's scalable. And we did apply to Y Combinator last year, but we didn't get in. And so through them, we were able to raise 150K collegiate startups. So there's a lot of Georgia Tech students. There's a lot of Georgia State students, Kennesaw students who are part of that venture fund. And they, you know, they just do a lot in the community as well. So to get in touch with me, you can follow me on LinkedIn at Paige Malcolm. And then for Skincentric, all of our social medias are Skincentric Inc. So Skincentric and then INC on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Where you go from here. And I think the sky's the limit for you all. So
thank you. And I appreciate you for having me. And I really love what you're doing with the podcast.
We're building bridges and shaping futures in tech.